Okay. It's supposed to be working. Stuff again. Hey everyone. Alright. This was quite the experience trying to set this up. Okay. Let's hope so. Hey Otto and Balvina and Cyan and Heather, hi! How is everyone today? Let me know if everything seems to be okay. Yeah. Seems to be working fine. Oh, I'm missing my drink. Yay, my workspace is a mess. Just gonna get some references on my phone because with all the running around trying to set this up and then the cats decided to be super needy now, I'm a bit behind on prep work. Hey Alexandra. Hey Temple. Yeah, I did a couple of sketches of Recollet. But I also have to make a few more. Maybe find one with the bow. Yeah, sure. That's what I wanted to type from. So. Oh no! I hope you feel better soon, Temple. It's really hard to understand what's going on because of all the patterns in the fabric. Beautiful though. That's super complex. Yikes. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, it's the obi. I wasn't sure if it was called an obi in the case of all the types of kimono that you can have. I'm sorry, Cyan. I had a bit of it was difficult to get to set it up because I'm using a new software since OBS was really not being cooperative with all the bugs and the skipping and the glitching. So I did a bit of a research and found another software that is called XSplit, and that's the one I'm using now. I'm trying out, but I've never used it before, so and it's not exactly like OBS. So yeah, I'm figuring it. It seems to be easier to use, but yeah, we'll see. See. Okay, so OB is for all the OB. Cool. And you have the thing. I think the rope type thing on it. Is it the one that's called an obijime or something like that? I just the only thing I was able to wear once is a yukata at the Matsuri festival here in Montreal, and you could borrow a yukata and they would like dress you up, and it's very simple, mind you, but it was pretty great to experience the real thing. Obijime. Okay, cool. I have a really nice obi stored in my stuff over there. I just haven't found a good way to display it. I think everyone needs a bit of love today, so we should all send each other some hugs today. Oh man, you can't breathe in a kimono. It's like a corset in that way. Yeah. It's really fascinating. I was researching a bit on it some time ago, especially in regards to the fabric that is used for kimono, and how it's a bolt of fabric that is about 13 inches wide, and like the whole kimono is made from this bolt. Like you sew together some lengths of it to make it wider and all of that stuff, and it was super fascinating. Also the bolts are beautiful. Yeah, I always feel a bit conscious about drawing kimono and like everything that is sort of really culturally relevant to somewhere because I'm like, I always feel like I'm not allowed to do that. It's really, but it's awesome. I really think it's awesome, but also feel super conscious about. So I usually draw this stuff and keep it to myself if I really want to, because I'm like, I don't want to stumble upon either a big faux pas or someone who is really touchy about this stuff. Yay, let's send love around. I would get Peko, but she's all the way over the top of the cabinet and I can't reach her, and also she just went to the litter and apparently she stinks. So I'm not super interested into grabbing this stinky kitten. At least you can't get sick with virtual hugs. Fair enough. Aww. Yeah, I agree. That's the perfect combo, Temple. A quilt and a fluffy kitty. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ugh. Brides in Japan are turning their traditional kimonos into dresses, I guess. I hope that's just through folding and all of that, because if they cut through a kimono, I'm gonna be really, really angry with them. I love how this says that it's supposed to be a furisode, but it clearly doesn't have the super long sleeves. Oh, okay. I'll have to be right back. Yeah, the kimono to dress thing, that's blasphemy. Okay. Whew. Sorry. It is, sorry, it is always laundry day, so. Kimonos are so expensive. Yeah, they are. I mean, I can see why. It's silk, and more often than not, the work on them, the designs and all of that, it has to be handmade. So the ones with long sleeves are called furisode. Maybe if it were a dress inspired by a kimono, that would be one thing. Yeah, I agree. Furi means sway, and sode means sleeve. So furisode is swaying sleeves. It's for unmarried ladies. That's cool. That's really nice. Ah, I love these things. Can't seem to find really cool. These are quite literally bows, and I was just trying to, like, I was watching some videos, but one that Otto sent me about the, I don't think I even mentioned what today is going to be about, but the coming of age ceremony, and they have like really nice elaborate bows that are not literally bows, like Okay. So yeah, today's drawing is gonna be about the ceremony for coming of age in Japan. So it's basically when you reach 20 years old, there's an event, it's a special day and it's a ceremony. It's not when you reach it, sorry, okay. If you reach 20 years old in the current year, on every, I think it's always in January, but this year it's on Monday, next Monday, there's this big event and ceremony. Perhaps Oto will do a better job at explaining than I am doing right now. But it's pretty cool, and it's pretty classy. And if I remember our coming of age ceremonies here, it's mostly just, I can buy alcohol, let's get drunk, which kind of sucks. And to see cultures that have really something more classy and elaborate and meaningful for that is really nice. So I'm gonna be drawing cats in Furisode and Hakama. That's the other thing I need to check out. I think Hakama is just the pants, but it's always on Mondays now. They changed it from a fixed date to the second Monday in January. Huh. I was trying to see if, like, dress shirts over here, if there is a way to wear it depending on something. Like, if you're supposed to wear the left side over the right, well, the right over the left, or the other way around. But so far the pics are fine, and it seems like everyone wears it the same way. Or I think it's a different, I think, like, one way is if you're alive and the other way is if you're dead. Maybe. Everyone looks so good. I'm like, wow. A lot of the ladies have fur stole or collars, because I mean it's in January, so it's not exactly warm. Okay, I'll get on with the drawing and improv or research if I need some extra stuff. Do you think the cats would have to have a special kimono with a hole for the tail on the back? How would that go? That would be so cute. Which set did you get to review, Cyan? You can see my mug. Hope you can see my mug. Whoop. Nope, the other way. It says, overworked and underpaid. I thought it was funny. I was thinking, if we have a super long hair cat, probably don't need the fur color, right? So some kind of cute thing as well. Oh, so I guess that, yeah, our similar event would be graduating high school. I hadn't realized, but it's the only time where you kind of get a special dress and a special all of that, but it's not necessarily the best of memory. I think we don't necessarily get it. I think it's something that the students sort of make happen, and the school sort of has to work with it, but yeah. I remember going home early because I was bored. And I'm not a big alcohol drinker, so I was like, I don't really want to get drunk, and that's not exactly something I would consider a good memory of a day. And I'm just tired. I'm gonna doodle Heather's idea right after this one. Sleeves. Sometimes they seem to be carrying, like, I've seen some with arrows, with sort of plaque. That sounds interesting, Cyan. Pretty cool that you found a Finnish brand of paint. It's going to be a really interesting review. like to have sort of split in the middle of the kimono. That would be kind of odd because it would allow you to move so much better than a regular kimono lets you. You're basically wrapped in fabric, so it's kind of hard to. I can't imagine anyone running in a kimono unless you sort of pick it up and bundle it up and then you run. Hey Dan, hi. Oh no, Cyan, that's so sad. Aww. I need to sketch a couple of dudes. I didn't notice if the guys also wear a specific sort of shoe or sandal. Oh yeah, they do. Probably like the women's, but with no heels. Like this lady has kind of a small heel on her sandals, and the guy seems to be really flat. I love the pom-pom. It's the thing that ties the darn, my brain is not working, but the sort of coat together. It has a name, but it's not in my head right now. Fluffy so they kitties. Nice. Oh, it is freaking cold. It's like minus 28 degrees Celsius outside. And if you see me scratching, it's because of the cold. When it gets super cold, I get super itchy. Oh, I think I saw those perhaps. I remember seeing like really peculiar pancakes with the logo in them. Oh, that's gonna be great. It's 3 layers of fabric, 3 separate kimono type garments. Wow, that's a lot. So you have like the underwear one, you have the white one, and then you have the furisode on top, right? I love that some of the underwear type of kimonos, they have these really loud neon patterns on them. It's pretty awesome. I was like, whoa, but where did they find the neon ink for these? And not necessarily recent stuff, like older stuff as well. And I'm like, wow. It's minus 28. It's really cold today. I think if Havoc were a kimono, it looks maybe something like this. Like you have the nice and tight kimono, but then you have like floof and sort of a kitty head lost in there. Happy because Havoc is so happy all the time. Like super floof. And then you have the end, and then you have like floof. Oops. And more floof, and then you have all the super nice and tight kimono. But then at the bottom you have like the pantaloon, the floof of the pantaloons that has to come out in some way. And then the super floofy tail in the back. Oh, we get some -40 at times. It's never the the pure temperature. It's always the feels like -40 because of the wind and humidity and all that. But it's a common occurrence. It's not rare in Canada to have some pretty freaking cold weather. Hey Alana, hi. Hey everyone that came in and that I didn't say hi. I see that Tsukabo is here, and Mikey, and Dawn, and Lana. Hi guys. I think like Havoc would be like a really tight kimono and exploding everywhere. She wouldn't be cold though. She would be quite comfy. Never mind that it's January. No problemo. There would probably be floof sticking out between every crack where the layers meet. I don't think that could be. I think she would be so wrapped because you really overlap the fabric. So I think she would just be incapable of moving. Like the stuffiest kimono ever. We love Havoc. She's awesome. Cold coffee. Ugh. Hey Patricia, hi. The tail coming out the back. Well, a cut piece is in the front usually, so. Oh yeah, silk stuff the winds. I didn't know that. That's super interesting. I love how I've often seen wool, but knitted, not felted, knitted wool as something to wear when it's cold. And I'm like, fine, it's perfect if it's cold, but not if it's windy, because wind goes right through it. But if it's cold and you have a nice protective layer for the wind, wool is really, really warm. Oh no, Otto! If you want to come over here, you would have to come not during the winter. Definitely not. Oh, silk was used for parachutes. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so what kind of thing do I just draw a bunch of cats standing around? Because the pictures I seem to find, it seems to be mostly these young adults standing around in their get-up. Unless it's at the ceremony, and then it's always like in a theater or a kind of the words, but you know. Some are cold all year round. I wouldn't mind it if it was cold from like 10 to minus 15. That's a range that I find very, very acceptable. Oh, September in Canada is pretty great. Some sort of ceremony. That's what I was thinking, but I don't think there is a... Yeah, mostly they go to the ceremony, which is them just sitting in a hall listening to speeches. Then they take group pics, then go out partying. Some go to shrines. I thought that these young adults were really nice and not loud. If you go to a shrine, I don't think you go there to party exactly. Wow, I'm pretty sure your grandma's kimono has to be pretty awesome. Let's just set this aside. Oh, oh. I love it when you do that, Heather. Scout is really good when she really does a big like dramatic flop when she settles down on Mr. E at night for sleeping. Always makes me laugh. She doesn't like prop down and then roll over. It's like BAM! Sorry, that's gonna stay there. It was the kimono she wore on her 70th birthday. When my mom was clearing out her house last year, I asked for one kimono, and my auntie had kept this kimono for me all this time. That's really, really nice. Wow. It's the last page. I hate when the glue sticks to the sheet. God, that's annoying. I don't know what that was, but I don't have the patience for this stupid freaking glue. Off you go. Looks a bit high. High on catnip. I'm sorry, Otto. It's such a great moment where you're like, okay. Well, I think it's a compliment that if you can wear your traditional outfit well, right? Apparently you have to be built like a straight tube for a kimono, with sloping shoulder. I think that's pretty awesome. You guys are cracking me up in the chat. Heather says, that just reminded me of an old song I heard. It was on my grandma's LP. It was called No Hips at All. Oh, bra straps are a pain in the butt. I've stopped fighting it. I will only bear things that are like crisscrossed, because also nothing. And I have wide shoulders, but these freaking bra straps. Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't really get it. Like, is the only way you're supposed to wear bras that the straps won't fall off is if they dig into your shoulders so deep that they don't fall off. That's another kind of problem. I mean, that has to be painful. Okay, so hands up those who have problems with bra straps and bag on shoulders. Me too. I love that everyone in the chat. I feel sorry for the few guys in there, like, hi Dan. But it's basically a discussion of like-minded minds about how bra straps and bag straps are awful, and how wearing bras is only for work and sports bras are great. Cracks me up. Underwear is just crappy, male or female. I guess it depends, but I don't know. What I find crappy about underwear is the price tag. It's like, we all technically should wear underwear for many, many reasons, yet it is still like $10 for a pair of panties. I say a pair, but it's basically just one panty. And I'm like, why? It's like 32 cents worth of cotton. My secret is a handkerchief. Martha says, although I don't think there's a male equivalent to how satisfying it is to take your bra off when you come home. I guess it depends. Oh. Why should we wear undies? Actually, there's quite a few good reasons for wearing undies. It's I think it's Dr. Mike who has a really nice video about underwear. If you check out Dr. Mike on YouTube, first of all, he is really handsome, so awesome. And then he's really fun to watch. And he made a video about underwear recently, and he explains why it's a good thing to wear underwear. He says that it's not ideal to go commando during the day, but it might be better if you want to go commando to do it at night. But yeah, ultimately like all the skin in that area of the body is more sensitive, so it helps the skin there that is more sensitive to have a layer of protection between itself and the rougher fabric of like pants and all of that. Also, the Dr. Mike explains that we tend to sweat perhaps a bit more in that area, and it's more convenient to be able to just change your underwear than to have to, wash and change pants all the time. So that. Welcome to Caturday. Today's topic: underwear. Yep. I think, well, I don't know. From my perspective, boxer briefs, they look kind of okay. Like it's usually like cotton and stretchy, and like it doesn't bunches up as much as just regular boxers, but it's not briefs either. I really hope you can't hear the noise the neighbor makes. Making all sorts of yawning noises. And I'm like, dude. Butt floss, sorry. Heather is always trying to break me. I'm not sure I want to read out the chat, but it's quite funny at the moment. Oh, the best part about bras is the wire, isn't it? Who doesn't love a great wire that sort of digs a hole into your armpit? You have to do the scene of the ladies getting into their kimono and Havoc all exasperated by Floof getting in the way. I think if I were to draw that, you would have Havoc. You would have one lady holding the kimono, Havoc being panicked because on the other side another lady is coming in with a razor, or with a clipper. We're gonna get you in that kimono no matter what. Bzzz. I agree with Amicia, who says, at my age, if it ain't comfy, I ain't wearing it. Great words to live by. Armpit savage. Yeah, it's quite savage actually. No. Why does this work on the sketch and it looks like butt when I try to draw it again? What did I do wrong? Sorry. Otto says, who the heck thought putting wires in bras was a good idea? And Heather automatically answers, definitely a man, Otto. And that's what killed me. I kind of wish I had moved my group over there so I could have someone coming in here and being like, hey guys. No bra made to hold the moob. Or back boobs. Dreaded muffin top. Garments. Why? Garments. I should make this one a dude, I think. Guys, at least guys can walk because they usually have hakama. And even if they just look like a great big bunch of fabric, they're still pants, so you can move with them. Unlike being all tight in a kimono. I always end up with the most awkward framings on these, but it's a sketch. It's for fun. What gender is underwear? Hey Leo. I don't think words in English have a gender, do they? This is why digital art is still kind of handy. Like I could just take my sketch and recenter it. But also maybe I should have prepared some kind of sketch instead of just doodling random cats. Oh! I definitely want to see that. No. I really hate when I log into my phone and it reshuffles all my notifications around. Like, no! Don't do that. Oh, wow. So, is that the one that you have? Is that the one that they sent you? Wow. She looks so cute. Kimonos are awesome. It's beautiful. Le or la Penty? I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. I will gladly show it because it's pretty cool. Let me see if I can. Okay. Check this out, guys. Yeah, I would. That would be pretty cool. It is beautiful. I love the colors. So here's the story I'm gonna go with this drawing, I think. Is you're gonna have this group of ladies, and they're Soleil being all cute and all that, and then you have this goober here coming up. And the story I think is gonna be that the goober is actually the brother of this one. This one is gonna be a tortie, so she's gonna have a big ass frown. It's gonna be like, oh no, not my brother. And the other girls are like, ooh, hi. Who's that? I hope you enjoy my reenactment of this stupid, badly centered scene. Well, not stupid, but silly. Silly is the word I'm looking for. I know why that was there. Oh wow. So Ota says when Japan lost the war, her whole family had to return to Japan from Taiwan with nothing in their hands. She had 5 kids to feed. I remember her telling me how she had to sell her kimonos to farmers to get food. So when life got easier, she really wanted to buy kimonos, and she did. Wow. I think that, like, I'm really curious about what the farmers would do with the kimonos. Farmers don't tend to have fancy kimonos, so they liked her fancy kimonos. I mean, they are a work of art. You could easily, like, display them like you would a painting or, you know, a sculpture. How does that look? She loved wearing animal prints and all the bling bling. Well, animal prints are pretty awesome, so I can see that. Which of the cats do you want to have wearing your grandma's kimono, Otto? What, like a dude? It's super smudgy, yeah. It's not as much the pencil as the fact that the paper is cold press. Oh no! You leave it up to me. How about the floofy cat? Because this one has a color that will hide some of the pattern, and the other one is mostly leaf, like this leaf. Oh wow, Heather. Yeah. I'd love to see that in a sari. Sari? Too many languages. Brain can't function. Okay, so let's see how I can. Yay! Letta says, yes, my gran worked hard to have fluffy hair, so perfect. I'm gonna have to probably make it up a bit for the bottom part, but I'm gonna see about reusing the same kind of motif. Trying to think, because of both the fabric, how would the pattern go? Trilingual every brigade. Ooh. Oh wow, Heather, that sounds amazing. That's another kind of clothing that is always super interesting to see when you are from North America, because we don't really have super elaborate, like, fancy stuff, or stuff that looks as fancy. Like, seeing all the patterns and all of the embroidery on saris and kimonos and all that, it's like, whoa, what? Hey, Scarlet Pen. Hi. Aww. Oh no, Heather. Well, I'm glad you're back from that. That's the toughest part. Losing weight, guys. It's not great. It's definitely not great. The wedding kimonos are quite something else. They are so beautiful. This one, you have a bunch of girls, and this one has a Gucci bag, and I'm like, what? Like a gift bag from Gucci. It's a nice clash of aesthetics. It has the one symbol I really don't like. Oh, what do you mean? The big hoodie thing is called Tsuno Kakushi. You know what that translates to? Horn hider. Oh wow. You know, because women are so evil and have horns. that's bad, and it's also kind of silly in a way, because like, well, you've seen this person before and they don't really have horns. If we had horns, ass hats like that would have been tossed by them years ago. Fair enough. It's a bit like the 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 good old way to find out if a woman is a witch is you throw her into water, and if she sinks, she wasn't a witch. Which is kind of problematic when you think about it, Kind of like that. Well, if we had horns, you would know about it because we would have gotten rid of your stupid horn hat or whatnot. It comes from apparently when women gets angry, they grow horns. So they put the horn hiders to appear more quiet. Good freaking dudes. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Japan. The good old sexism. Yummy. I personally think that horn hiders sounds kind of metal. But yeah, it's perhaps not super great, culturally speaking. Hey Nancy! Hi! Hey Alex Dan! Didn't see you guys come in. Hey Paulo! Hi! Sorry. It just makes me laugh now in our current context when I read stuff that is so overtly sexist and like this kind of death rattle of like, it's a bit like when you encounter a flat earther and they're like, the earth is flat, and you're like you're killing me, stop it. I would love to read some Japanese fairy tales though, because some of them are pretty weird. All fairy tales are kind of weird, but I love at first glance, I love the imaginative aspect of some of the creatures in there, like the woman with the super long neck. And that they're kind of some really interesting stuff visually speaking, but I don't know if the cultural context of these is really sexist or not. Yeah, the topics are all over the place today, but I love it. Hey, that's the kind of picture I was looking for earlier. It's... Can it be? No? Yeah, look, it's pretty cool. It's a bunch of... it's a group of ladies, but photographed from the back, so you can see the hobijime and the... not the hobijime, the obi, and the patterns on the back, and like the hairdos. It's pretty cool. This one is nice. Oh, it's nice. I love them all, but it's white and gold. It's kind of a bit more different. I don't know how modern it is. I love how some of the kimonos look like they definitely belong to a previous generation, which I think is pretty awesome when you can have that. Ah, so pretty. Yeah, I should probably have her have a bow that's visible, right? Misogyny is universal. Yay! It is true, but okay, let's try to ink this up. It's already been an hour and a half. Oops. Sorry if this is a slow stream, guys. Hey, I wanted to mention something because I think I quickly mentioned it at the end of the last stream, but I wanted to do so in perhaps a bit more elaborate way. But I wanted to say thank you because it's been a full year of live streams, and these only happen because you guys decide to. Well, it really helps me in making these happen. The fact that we can hang out and we're like a bunch of people who decide to chill on our Saturdays and talk about underwear and nudicles and sometimes paint and cats and So I wanted to say thank you. I realized that thanks to the live stream, there's like a good 50 drawings that I possibly wouldn't have drawn otherwise. And that's always really good practice, to have 50 more drawings under one's belt. So, thank you guys. I'm simplifying the outfits a bit. Like I'm probably missing out on a couple of layers or things. Guess I should really research this stuff thoroughly if I want to make a kind of a finished illustration someday. About this ceremony. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that this is kind of just a super laid back thingy that we just like have fun and chat, and we're all mostly very like-minded individuals, so it's pretty awesome to have this opportunity to discuss all this stuff that we might not know where to chat about it, like the bra conversation earlier. I mean, I don't know. My hand is a bit shaky today. It's not ideal for inking. When it's shaky, I try to just ink faster. So I'm gonna be less like in the same spot a long time, so there's less chance of making a shaky line. Aww. You guys are all awesome. Yeah, if we're talking hair color, it's very obvious what mine is. Ginger. Which half? The beard half? Mr. E is also a half ginger in that regard. I'm not gonna draw the kitties with wedges because they already have weird legs, like the joints are not the same proportion as our joints. So, like, possibly, if you had a real cat leg, it goes a bit like this, like, the heel is here, so it would have to be like this. Cute cat wedge. Rare. I love kanzashi. I have a Pinterest board that is just for kanzashi because it is so pretty. I love those that are made with resin, so they're like semi-transparent. Wow. Kanzashi is the sort of hair pins and decorations. Oh wow, kanzashi bow. Wow. You know they are based on the more expensive ones made from turtle shells? No, I didn't know. I saw them on Pinterest first, and stuff on Pinterest seldom has any kind of a context to it, but I thought they were quite striking. Like the person will shape, the artist will shape, as an example, like flower leaves or petals in wire, and then it is dipped in resin, in colored resin that is transparent, and it makes for a really interesting super luminous and glowy look, because it is a bit like glass in a way. It's called the Beko. Wow, I'll have to check that out. The yellow bronze semi-transparent one. I will have to check it out. I mean, they are all really, really pretty. Some are made by taking ribbons and making them into sort of flowers too. It's just so pretty.
I don't know about I'm pulling up. I have 50 drawings of live streams that are pulling up in a box. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with them. Some of them are a bit too. Like I would have to perhaps tweak them a bit before making them possibly into prints. But for the most part, they're most of them are sketches, so I'm not really sure what to do with them. Yeah, I agree. That's why I thought the kanzashi that were made with resin were interesting because, in a way, at least they use like a completely modern, in a way, material. I'm always a bit bothered by stuff that requires the death of an animal to exist. Like, I don't, unless I'm really mistaken, but stuff like wool, you don't have to kill a sheep to get the wool. You just buzz them and they grow more wool and you can buzz them again. It's a good thing to buzz them because otherwise the wool gets out of control. So I don't see an issue with that. The same with honey. Like the bees, they produce too much, and if you don't sort of well, you can let them do whatever they want, but you can also sort of maintain their production so that they don't end up splitting into many hives. So there are certain things that I understand if someone is completely vegan and they say no, that's an animal product. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm like fine. Oh, bye, Patricia. But yeah, there are other things that I'm like, well, that doesn't really need to be, And a bit like that stuff, like things that require like turtle shell or snake skin or like or like duvet. I don't quite know about these.
But that's just me. If you have a different take on this, that's perfectly fine too. We see it a lot with pigments as well. Like some white paint used to be made with shell, seashell, bugs. And now we've sort of moved on to other things that are perhaps a bit easier to work with. Oh. Phone. My phone is old and slow and old and slow. Come on. Oh wow. Do you want me to show it? I can keep it to myself too. My phone is all borked up. What? Okay, what are you trying to do, phone? Okay, hold on. I will try and sort my phone a bit because it is not liking me right now. I think it's because I have way too many notifications on there. Hold on. Okay, maybe that's gonna be a bit better. Or not. Yeah, or if you use Pinterest, I think if you search kanzashi on Pinterest, it's gonna come up. And they are quite easy to spot because they have like this wire and like transparent sort of membrane in the wire. Oh, okay. I will let my phone recover for a bit. I'm glad you like it. It's not super easy. I have a tiny book about Shiogami, and I'm always like, how do they do these patterns? My brain can't process how you're supposed to go about them, and well, the patterns on kimono are very similar, so. No, I think I sent it to the right messenger. It's just that my phone is, what, 3 years old, and in phone ages, in phone years, that's a lot. I really hate the way we go about mobile stuff in North America. Please not explode this time. But, oh, okay, I did it! I did it! Those fabrics are amazing. It's beautiful. There's another Japanese thing that I really like, and it's boro, and it's basically how clothes get patched up, and it becomes like this mosaic of patches, and it's quite nice. Fits well into the general idea of repurposing and not throwing away too. Yes, I want to go. It is so fascinating, and the garment made up with this technique, they are so beautiful. It's always this it's very often these awesome, like, indigo tinted pieces of fabric with patterns that are really, really traditional, and it's just like something like a coat or an apron, and it's been fixed so many times, and it's even more beautiful every time it's fixed. There's also the kintsugi. Like, I love this idea of you fix something and you make it more beautiful at the same time, and you don't throw it away. Yeah. I don't know if there is such a service that allows for multiple. I think it would be so laggy though. 'Cause I see that stuff like even Facebook Skype convos that have multiple people in them, they're often super laggy. And then like one person has a really awful microphone anyway, and it's just like good audio, teeny voice, good audio, teeny voice, and you're like my ears. So we have the Discord server. If you want to post pictures of what you're working on, you could always do it over there. Okay, only one cat left. And it's the sort of doofus guy who goes like, hey, hi ladies. I don't know if it's the same in Japan, but I know that over here, the way the culture is, when the guys graduate, they're not exactly at the same mature level as the girls. Most of them. So in that sense, it's pretty fitting. So that's kind of a really bad drawing job, Eve. What the muck is this? It's pretty bad, I'm sorry. That hand is complete rubbish. Like what happened? Make it a bandaged polydactyl. I should have like a... And like, it's a cat hand, so you kinda need beans on there. There! I just made it even more of a mess. It's okay. One day I'll be able to draw something in a stream and it's not gonna require like Photoshop surgery after. Polydactyl paw. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. I should research polydactyl paws and draw them just to get a bit more familiar with the setup. Polycactyl. Well, anyway, it looks like something now, and it's gonna stay like that. Sorry. I'm sorry if I messed it up even more. That would be really theme with what I do. Okay, I will just let this dry for a bit. I will go get some water. Not to drink, but to paint. Be right back. Stay. Oh, it's a really good idea. Okay, I'm back. So, which paints do you think I should be using for this drawing? Hey, you guys, we all think like me. I was thinking Holbein, too. I'm glad we all agree. I just need to find the one set I'm thinking of. Is it even? Oh, it's probably at the bottom here. Crap. Hi, Holbein. Crap. A high Holbein have. Okay. Whew, sorry. Ta-da! It is my Miyazaki dupe palette. Okay. Let me know if it's too wobbly when I'm erasing, and I can erase. Heck, now that I have two cameras, I can just straight up go here, erase, and you can probably still see me. Yay, I did the thing again, guys. I thought it was dry and it wasn't. It's not gonna matter too much. It's not like it was the best part of the drawing anyway. Okay. What's on my hoodie? You can see my butt. It's I don't know if you can see, but it's the Cat Gang. I have so much stuff around. I need to clean up again. Yeah, my hoodie is very appropriate. So, already said that this one is going to be a 30, in part due to frown. Gosh, these paints do wet so easily. I haven't touched this palette in a while, and it really doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, fine. Should really use this palette more because it's paints I love, and it's also not a palette full of half pans. Yeah, I love that about watercolor as well. It's just like you forgot about it, and it's like life got in the way and you didn't touch your palette for a month. Still good, still gonna work. This is my Miyazaki dupe palette by Holbein. It always sounds like I'm sort of naming perfume. You know, like perfume names that are really silly, and it's always like Poison by Giorgio Armani, you know, whatever. I think this palette has a black, which is very unusual for me. But I might use it to paint a black cat. Ah, thanks for the link, Otto. Yeah, I made a video about putting this palette together. And Otto also has many videos about this palette, if you're curious about the Holbein Miyazaki collab. Oh yeah, sure. Heather, that would be great. You can share them with me on Messenger if you want. And I will check them out and use them to sketch some Wookiees. Oh, opera! Yay! I love that color. I'm so blatant in my love for opera. Opera pink, red, rose. Holbein's opera pink is my favorite. I love them all, but if I absolutely have to choose one tube, I would pick Holbein's. Oh, I think I forgot to ink the floofy tail of this kitty. Oops. This one doesn't even. Whiny newt? What is whiny newt? Oh, my opera. Opera is a fantastic color. It's great in mixes, which is why I love it so much. I was playing with swatches with my sets that I'm just experimenting with swatches sometimes because, you know, sometimes you don't feel like drawing and you're just like, I want to play with paint, but I'm not inspired to do anything in particular. So I was swatching and I was making swatches, mixes with Schmincke's cobalt teal equivalent, whatever, and it makes for some really nice colors. The way the color will separate, it is so cool. And it made some really bright greens, and yeah, I had a blast. But I mixed it also with orange and it made a really fun color. It was really weird and unpredictable. Oh, Whiny Newt. Windsor Newton. That's so funny. Oh no, I love the Holbein News mixed with White Stacy. I love them a lot. I have a palette that's basically mostly that. I made a sort of a pastel colors, like really tints, I think, when it's mixed with white. And like it's 99% Holbein. I think there's a few neon colors in there. I'm pretty sure I have opera and like bright violet, brilliant violet, bright violet, anyway, and bright orange. I can make a quick search for it if I find it really fast. Show it to you. Yeah, the best, I agree, the best pastel palette is definitely by Holbein. Perhaps I should record an ASMR video of me just shuffling palettes. I don't know how ASMR that would be. It's one of the smaller palettes I have, so it always ends up sandwiched between other palettes. Ouch, and I can never find it. Well. Oh hey, I was looking for them. I think I saw it just now. Hold on! I got it! Okay. Hey Lee! Hi! Okay, so that's this small palette I put together of more pastel-y colors. Oh, bye Dawn! You know what? The funny thing with Winsor & Newton is that I find that their tube paint re-wets sometimes more easily than the extruded pans. And I've heard the thing about the palettes, the tube not being made to be dried out, but that's rubbish. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense, would it? Like, all watercolor paint is made in a way that you can re-wet it. So the fact that theirs come in a tube should not be better or worse. Missing artist found under avalanche of palettes. Yep, that's me. I agree. Otto says, I think it's just their way of covering their butts about their paints being hard to re-wet. I agree. Just stay there for now. Yeah, I made this tiny palette mostly because I had the tray, but it's mostly for use with small brushes. For like just tiny touches or like smaller things, or water brushes that I don't really mind water brushes being all messed up. Okay, back to the painting. So I could actually use some of these, I think. Is it? Oh yeah, there's a magnet at the bottom. There's one or two colors by Kusakabe in there, but the rest is mostly Holbein. What's that? Windsor Newton are really expensive in Canada, guys. They're at least twice the price that, even with conversion. Like if I convert the UK price on Jackson's to Canadian dollars and then compare it to the price we have here, the price here is at least twice the one on Jackson. I often wondered if it would be better to have long, narrow wells rather than square. Well, it's a bit the concept of this, isn't it? Like to have these long, narrow. Like at least in there you have room to move your brush. This is really like these 3D printed trays that you can put in small tins. I wanted to try them out, but like you definitely can't paint a really large landscape with something like this. It's gonna be too annoying. But for something about, characters with really small areas of paint, I think a tiny tray like this can still be useful. I should also take out the mixing tray. Whoop. Come to think of it, maybe I should have kept that super nice teal color for this kimono here. But I think I might wonder if it's the proper color or if it should be greener, but I will have to check the photo again. Sorry. Yeah, I think it could be. Like you're talking for this one here, Heather? To have like those are good magnets, but to have like a smaller well like this, I don't know. It depends on the brush you want to use, I guess. Like if you want to use a flat brush, might not be better off, but if you use a small round brush, might be fine. I think it should be a bit greener. Perhaps that color? Yeah, that's a better match. What do you think, Otto? This green or something like this? That's a bit blue. I don't think the Miyazaki palette has anything that's really cobalty green. Nope. It's hard to tell, right? Mm. Yeah. Alright, we still have a couple of minutes, I think. I'm gonna indulge. Is that the color I want? Nope. That's rose madder. think that's opera. It should be. Or is it? No, that could be the wrong one. Opera maybe is this one. This one feels a bit too purpley to be opera. Maybe the cautionary tale here is that you really should label your palettes all the time. Yeah, it's a bit, it's been quite a while. If you have to go, that's perfectly fine. I might have to stop soon. I don't know if I will paint this full picture on stream. This is opera. This is better. I think the Miyazaki set has opera in it already. I forgot. Oh, I forgot to put patterns on the OB. Oh well. We're all gonna have plain OBs from the front, I guess. Ah, yes. Juicy opera. Oh, that's adorable, Heather. Oh, bye, Amisha. Thank you so much for being there. Chai tea. Eep, cyan, that's pretty bad. It's really sad. Is it because of the weather? Do you have like weather disturbances that could affect the quality? Quality here? So which color should this kitty be? gray and white. Light colored. How about a diluted calico? So we have the gray, the white, and also a bit of orange. I think that could work. Hey, bye Tsukabu. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm gonna use leaf green to make the eyes. I find that it's a really good color for cat eyes because it's that perfect shade of green that if you dilute it, it becomes more yellow. But you can also make something a bit more green if you don't dilute it as much. Oh no! Cyan! You're not lucky with that color. This is why I love the brush pen. It's because it gives me a margin. Like I can get close to one side of the line, and if I have something on the other side of the line, there's a tiny hairline space that saves my butt. But yeah, usually, especially with this paper, if I don't use a very wet wash, sometimes the paint settles really fast, so I don't have to worry that much. And you can see that, well, so far I did kind of a poor job, but I like to leave a bit of I leave a bit of white in my areas. kind of like the way it makes the drawing perhaps a bit more lively. Like, this is perhaps the advantage of working on good paper, is that you sort of have a better control of this stuff, I find, because the paper either absorbs it, or if you make a mistake and the water runs into another one, color, you can also dab it off, and that's usually the end of it. Sometimes it's not that easy to do with cellulose paper because the way it absorbs the water is not exactly the same, and it's a bit harder to predict. So sometimes you don't really have this margin of time to fix something. I've tried to use some cellulose paper in a sketchbook I got, and it's not working out like I want, so I'm not exactly sure what I'll do with it. I ended up painting something in gouache, which could work, but for painting in gouache in this book, I really expected something a bit better. Even for gouache, it was like the cauliflower fest, and it was basically like I had to put down many layers of gouache before I could cover all the cauliflowers that happened. Like, this is not exactly great. I can show it to you guys. Unless you don't want to see it, that's also fine. But it should be... oh, it's right here. So I tried this sketchbook. I did a couple of sketches in it, and it's just not great for watercolor. Like, you can see here, it's kind of a mess. It's not super satisfying. But I did a couple of gouache studies in it, and I used the wax on top, and there's a cat hair in there because, of course, makes a really fun finish. But then again, I struggled with the gouache a lot, which is usually not something, so I might use it for gouache mostly, because like with enough layers of gouache it sort of looks better. But yeah, that's the Pink Pig. Hold on, it has a kind of a cute cover page. It's a Pink Pig sketchbook from Jackson's. It's supposed to be for watercolor, but yeah, it's not great. It's really not great. Jackson's is a dangerous place, but they also have a pretty great wish list. So sometimes I add stuff to my wish list just so I don't forget that I want to try this at some point, or you know, just perhaps think about it but not forget what was my my option. Okay, now it's time to do the one that I need to pay a bit more attention to what I do with the colors. You guys have any specific plans for the weekend? We usually just do chores. And like draw and paint and prepare stuff for the next week, but you know what I mean. Are you really asking me what I think of the Renaissance paints? Like, really? I've made so many videos about them. Yeah, I love them. They're great. I've been using them a lot. Yeah, is that? Yeah, that's a sentence. Because I still have all the dried dots from when I tried them fresh. And you know, all my sketches I do, like, well, this one is not posted yet, but like these two sketches, I use the Renaissance paints for them, and they work really well. Oh, liver scan, dan Eep. Eep! Whoa, everyone is having like rather intense stuff going on this week. Braces, that's gonna be quite something too. I've never had braces, but from what I've heard of friends who had braces, I really hope you're not in too much pain after they install them. Can be a bit unpleasant. Oh yeah, it's just that the palette is really big and it doesn't really fit on my desk. But I've used the pan palettes. I've used them at least once in a semi-recent stream. You know, the 24 colors palette one? That one I can fit on my desk and use. It's just that you heard the clatter. I have so many palettes that at some point it's just a bit difficult to find one to use, but I really, really love the paints. They're great. They're really great. And if you have easy access to them, they're quite affordable. Oops. Oops. What are the retainers? Braces are the thing on the teeth, but the retainers, are those the elastic bands you're supposed to have wired? Bracelets, what? That would be quite funny, to have teeth bracelets. yeah, still Mikey. I'm not mocking or making fun. I was just a bit surprised because I've made many videos about Renaissance. So I was like, what? But yeah, they're really good. They're really nice. And if you are unsure, you can always get, a couple of pans from April, and see what you think of them for yourself. They are, if anything, really affordable. So you can try like a more expensive pigment like cobalt or I don't know, cadmium if that's your thing, and it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. They are what keep your teeth from moving back. Oh, after you have the braces removed. Okay, cool. Retainers you wear after you have your braces taken off at night. Keeps the teeth where they're supposed to be. Ah, I see. Oh, okay, cool. You've watched the video, Mikey. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to really offend or anything. I was just really surprised by the question. When I'm surprised, I tend to laugh and be like, what? Wow, you guys had a lot of braces. I didn't have to have any. I'm lucky in that aspect, I guess. Years. Heather, I have to have an occlusal thingy as well, because I really grind my teeth when I sleep. Like really grind my teeth. When I look at the thingy afterwards, it's so grooved in. Like I really dig holes in it with my teeth in my sleep. Yikes. But I don't know, I don't think it's that bad compared to braces. Because at least it doesn't hurt. It hurts my face sometimes when sometimes I grind my teeth even when I'm painting because I'm focusing. But aside from the muscular tension, like it's it's fairly like not much. But braces they've never looked fun, and I don't think they're supposed to. So I feel sorry for people who have to have braces. Mr. E also had to have braces, but I don't know exactly the full chronology of the thing, but the teeth were nice and in place after the braces treatment, but then he grew his wisdom teeth, so that messed up all his teeth again. Oh, wow. Yeah, the occlusal. Did I say Heather? I think it was Cyan said it. I don't know. Yeah, it's grinding the teeth in your sleep, and it really wears the enamel down. Oh no, I think I... Okay. Yeep. Ouch. Mikey, that sounds really painful. Oh wow. Your grandma's obi is so pretty, Otto. I don't think I can do it justice on this tiny drawing, but I will try. Soft foods are the best, to be honest. Like, I've come to realize that all my favorite things are the soft ones. I don't know, crunchy stuff, you scrape your palate, you scrape your gums with it, and like, this is just painful. I kind of like my soft food, yogurt and what else? Applesauce and like peanut butter by the spoonful. Here, Paulo, this one is for you. It's getting quite dark outside. This is gonna be a long live stream. I'm glad you guys are still hanging here with me. So what color should this girl kitty be? I think the dude is gonna be I was thinking orange tabby, but now I messed up the inking so bad, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Perhaps a grey. Grey cat or black cat with spots. Black cat with spots with one color spots because it's a guy. Oh yes, that's a good idea. All white. I I tend to forget that cats can be all white. If the person that just came in doesn't close the door well, I'm gonna be so angry. Because it is minus billion degrees outside and I could really afford to close the door, you know? Well, you already speak Japanese and English, although that's not like Japanese is easy, you know. Good luck, Dan, with your Fabriano hot pressed. Hey! Hello! Hello, baby! Tu veux dire bonjour? Non? Reste là-bas devant. Nah, that was Scout. She decided to walk away because all she wants is food. I will try to get Peko at the end of the stream if you guys remind me and want to see her, of course. I'm pretty sure Otto will want to see Peko. I love that the last thing I have to do is the guy. He's just like, Ah! Speaking of the furry devil. No? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Viens, il va t'attendre. C'est pas par où aller, hein. Confusion Vixen? Vas-y. Pico! Hein? Bon, bah, reste là-dedans. You might see Peko jump on the table over there. She finds a way. She's super confused. There you go. Can you see her? No? Hold on. How about now? Ah, yeah. Kitty. Yeah, she's not super big right now. I have both cats in here, so things might go south really fast. Okay, let's give this one a really weird spot on his face. It's making him super awkward about that. I don't know if you can see behind me. I can't see what I'm doing. There's a scout over there. Camera's gonna fall. Yay. Okay, sorry guys. Hold on. Ew. Okay. Can you still see Becca? Anyway, she's gonna be easy to grab to show to you guys if she stays there. I just heard the biggest cat sigh ever. Like a great big heartfelt in cat form. It was funny. Of course she left. Of course. She felt it. She felt the, uh-oh, I'm about to be grabbed. So she ran. But that's not gonna stop me. Okay, so that's it for our little drawing. My English is getting pretty worn out. Just pack away a couple of these. Manageable. This. Well, no floor. It's not even even. Holy moly, it's cute. It is cute. I never do backgrounds. I was not touching myself. I was trying to find this stupid thing. Okay, hold on. Hey. Non, je comprends pas. Mais je m'en fous. Dire coucou. Coucou. Don't drink the paint water. Hello. She's super happy to be here. Mais oui. Ah oui, frotte. Frotte. There. Frotte. Trop pour les amis. Non, non. Non, pas magie des passions. Otto really, really loves you. Really, really, really. Popo. Hey, Popo. You put snot on my microphone. You put kitty snot. She's so happy. Hello. Ouais, ouais. Non mais fais pas tout tomber quand même. Salut. Tu veux y aller toi aussi? Miaou, miaou. Non mais je veux pas, non. Double. Ok. Petit bébé. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Mais non, je peux y passer. Calme-toi. Aïe. Oh, she's so full of love. Oh, want some head rubs? You want the head rubs? Hey. Now the chat is only gonna be like Otto, Lana, and Heather. Everybody else is gone. Yeah, she's super happy. She's purring super loud. I don't know if you can hear it. Sorry, that was Scout. Mr. E got up, so they think they're gonna get food. Yeah, she was purring in the microphone. Like, literally. The microphone's just here and she was right next to it. The scout that ran away. So yeah, I can also mention the end word of the chat, the live stream session, in the sense that I want to say a great big thank you to everyone who was here for this live stream. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? What's up? What's up? What's up? And as always, if you check in the description below, you will find links to the Discord channel if you want to chat with us, to the PO box if you want to send in an ugly postcard. I would also highly recommend checking out Oto's channel. Oto is my awesome mod, and she always does a pretty epic job. There you go. Kitty butt in the air. What's up? Qu'est-ce que t'as vu? What did you see? And yeah, okay. Well, that's it. Scout is being more interesting than some squitches right now. Oh yeah, I haven't put the info yet because this is the new thing, but I will be adding the infos in the description about the Discord channel and the PO box, and also Oto, you can put your link in the chat so that people can go check your super awesome channel full of really, really informative and well thought out watercolor content. And also Oto is a pretty awesome person, so oh yeah, no, it's not a shirt, it's my pajama pants. Because, come on guys, it is Saturday. I'm not gonna wear my fancy pants. I'm gonna wear my pajama pants. And they are pink with mooses on them. By Pecco di Gallo. I don't think she would like that. So, bye everyone. Thank you so much for being there, and we will see each other next week for another Caturday live stream. So, see you all then. And aside from that, have a great weekend, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.